a disaster. Meghan Markle must be saying, I am a disaster. What a week. We'll be talking about the new poll. We'll be talking about the divorce. Why reason behind Netflix is renewing their contract with Meghan and Harry. We'll talk about that too. And then we'll talk about also Time Magazine rejection of Meghan and Harry and how the palace is also turning on her. But I want to start this video with this particular commentary. Take a listen.
I think it's just because they want to be nice and they want to stay in their position if they're working for any people pay TVs and they want to just keep them running. And I think it's they haven't investigated it. And I think it's completely wrong because it's nothing to say that. I know everybody's lovely. We're living in a happy world and everything's going fine. I think that's a nonsense. And particularly people like her who've been working for decades and knows so much about it, to actually fall down about saying, oh, it's wonderful and it's so lovely. It does make you feel a bit sick, actually. I'm sorry, but it's just ridiculous. I mean, my view is that they are, you have mentioned it along the way, but my view is that they're only working with them because they're waiting for the divorce.
They're waiting for the divorce. Netflix is waiting for the divorce, and that's why they're working with Meghan Markle. Now, there is another dimension to it, and I mentioned this 2 years ago, and that is that Netflix wants exclusive access to the children, because as long as they're just showing Meghan and Harry, they know the shows will be a big flop. But the moment they will talk about the children, the surrogate invisible children who are coming on the spotlight every single day, then they will get more audience. And that's the hope that Netflix has, that they will have access, exclusive access to the entire family. And now we know, of course, after discussing about these topics for so many years, that a DNA test is must before you confirm the existence of those children. Now, because of all of these things that are happening with Netflix, because remember, even though they have renewed their contract with Netflix, remember this, the contract, the renewal for season 2 is actually a downgrade for Meghan and Harry. It's a downgrade. And it is not they are not getting downgraded by just Netflix, but also by the public. Take a listen.
Well, it's interesting. New polling has revealed which member of the royal family is the most popular in Britain, and Prince William has surpassed his wife, Princess Catherine, for the top spot. According to the YouGov poll, 74% of people have a positive opinion of the first in line to the throne, 71% have a positive view of Princess Catherine, 70% have a favourable view of Princess Anne, but it is a different story for Harry and Meghan and, of course, Prince Andrew. Only 28% have a positive opinion of Prince Harry and 20% say the same about Meghan. What do you put this down to?
Well, it's very interesting, that William and Kate are at the top and Harry and Meghan are at the bottom. I mean, the only person worse that got a worse approval rate than Meghan was Prince Andrew. And we how he is not looked upon well. So it's what's so interesting, though, is that even when these polls come out, and I mean, for Meghan, it's like, as long as you spell my name right, the saying, I don't care what you say about me, I want publicity, just as long as you spell my name right. So there are things every day. I mean, I read amongst other things, I read the Daily Mail every day, and there are tons of stories about her. And I'm not just in that paper, but, and some of them are good, favorable towards her, and some of them are negative. And yet she does not, seem to care. She has this smile, a frozen smile, that she keeps on regardless of what is happening. And quite frankly, between this poll and then you're probably going to want to talk about Netflix. I think that things aren't going very well for her, and that's not just my opinion, but in general. And yet she somehow
things are not going well for her, and what she said was spot on. She basically said Meghan Markle doesn't care if her ratings is at the bottom of it or in the middle or at the top. As long as her name is there, that's all she cares about. Nevertheless, this is something that we discuss quite often, and that is that Meghan Markle is not liked by anyone, and it is not something I'm saying or you are hearing from other people. It is actually on paper. Now, Jamie Kern Lima, this is what they have to say about this particular woman. I'll play the video in a second. But basically, Meghan Markle called her a hypocrite. I'm not sure about that, if she did call Jamie Kern Lima a hypocrite. But with Meghan Markle, everything is possible. This is what they have to say.
Redness, rosacea, texture, no filters, no edits, just raw truth. And that truth sold for over $1 billion when she handed the reins of IT Cosmetics to L'Oreal in 2016. No pity press tour required. So when Meghan tried to label her as a hypocrite, you could practically hear the collective eye roll of every woman who's followed Jamie's journey. It wasn't just a petty insult, it was laughably off base. Meghan's brand, let's be honest, has become a cocktail of curated sadness and passive-aggressive empowerment. She talks about truth, but always with a soft filter and a sob story. Everything is
Again, I'm not 100% sure if Meghan did call her a hypocrite, but again, as it is possible that behind closed doors or in private gatherings, Meghan is trashing Jamie Kern Lima. I don't know if it is possible, but according to this report, Meghan Markle is not just getting downgraded by Netflix, she is also getting rejected, or she got rejected from Time Magazine because she is becoming ever too desperate. Take a listen.
Meghan Markle's frantic push to secure another moment in the spotlight at a small-scale Time Magazine leadership summit this fall has ended in a humiliating rejection that strikes directly at the heart of her media-driven brand. For years, Meghan has treated Time as both a stage and a springboard, leveraging each appearance to maintain relevance.
Of Meghan Markle's world. A woman who, quite literally, was given the opportunity by the late Queen Elizabeth II to change the world, now has her world changed because the least known, the least...
and to project an image of authority far beyond her tangible achievements. But this time, the answer was a cold, calculated no, shutting her out of an event she clearly viewed as another step in her relentless pursuit of curated prestige. For someone who has built an entire post-royal identity around being seen on elite platforms, the refusal is more than just a scheduling decision.
Chloe then took a pic of it. Meghan sees this out.
So again, according to this report, Time Magazine, they rejected Meghan Markle. I just want to talk to you about the palace making fun of Meghan Markle, or the way Meghan copied the palace. As we know, when it comes to selling those biscuits, jam and jar, Meghan copied it from King Charles. But now the script is being flipped. How that happened? According to this insider information and a source coming from the palace, they are now saying that we will be selling dog biscuit. Balmoral is selling dog biscuit. Meghan Markle, she found out about this through whatever sources. Even though Meghan said, oh, I don't care about the monarchy, I have no connection, I am not associated, I don't collect information, I don't know what is going on there. But these are all lies. According to this source, Meghan is collecting information. She is looking into what the palace, what the monarchy is doing every single day. When she found out that they are now, Balmoral is selling dog biscuit, again, they are selling it for charity purposes, for so many other reasons, and not to make profit for themselves. So when Meghan Markle found out, according to this source again, she freaked out. She is literally barking like a dog, even though this is just a dog biscuit, but she is barking like a dog. Tanya Fraser, Tanya, nice to see you again. Gizer, Lizzie, thank you guys for your comments. Maggie, if you have any more comments, leave a comment in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.